Welcome, ladies and gents. In this one, we will be talking about your WarBand. So, I see so many people forgetting that Conqueror's Blade is a game of strategy. So just slamming in the meta units you know about will not make your WarBand the best, since there is more into it. So how do I personally build a balanced, versatile WarBand? Well, the first golden rule is only bring one special or one ranged, unless you are a longbow. So here is my first, and as you can see, I go with double shields, which are the Spartans plus the sergeants or the stalwarts. Then I have my fighting units. It can be any other unit you want, but I would choose the new halberds. Last but not least, I would slam in the incendiary archers. So why do I build like this? Well, the current meta is shields, so sergeants are doing really well to their leadership and cost. Also, the Spartans are really great to counter most of the other shields, able to delete any lesser shield in 1v1 situation. Just keep in mind that if you're playing Spartans and you see maidens plus any other shield like maidens plus stalwarts or maiden plus sergeants in front of you, this combo is fatal to your Spartans. Do not engage this combo alone. They will wipe you out without even taking damage. However, you can manage your way versus maidens alone and versus stalwarts alone and versus sergeants alone, but you cannot face them all together, okay? I really hope you keep this in mind. And so many people also do not know that the new halberds are really great versus shields, that they can even counter the Spartans solo. The only thing that they need to do is not to engage the Spartans from the front. Just let them advance any other units and flank them, and the Spartans are deleted. Same style apply for the maidens, by the way. If a maiden can manage to flank a Spartan from the back or the side, they will wipe them out even during their advance. Last but not least, we have the incendiary archers, and the incendiary archers are here because of the, guess what, the chariots, since they are one of the best counters you can have. But also, incendiary archers are one of the best anti-blobs unit. They burn literally anything, and they have an area of effect which might come in handy versus herds of enemies. So what you get from this warband is versatility, where you have a unit for every situation. And the second build would be the phalanx plus the green cavalry. You can also switch the incendiary archers with obelisk crossbow if you want, since both are really great, but just know they play differently. For example, the obelisk will always want a single target, like a single unit in front of it, to wipe out, then go back, wait for the cooldown, then re-engage again. However, on the other side of the spectrum, the incendiary archers love to go against blobs. It just doesn't matter. The only problem with the incendiary archers is actually the ammo, so always try to have a supply point nearby while using them. Last build was my personal guaranteed MVP warband because of the healing, but this might change with the start of the new season Romanum. So, as we all know, the more support points you have, the more your chance of securing that MVP title every game. And the best way to increase this support point is using healing, or any unit that can heal. But since this might change, I'll just move to the next one. Now we have the low elo war bands. So here you can jam in a lot of units, assuming that you will play the first 2 weeks of Blue Siege units. So my recommendations for you, if you're going with archers, I would absolutely recommend 3 of them: the obelisks, the incendiary archers, the Rattan Viper. Okay, just one quick note for each. So the best DPS of them all is the obelisk. They are able to wipe out incoming cavalry on the spot. They're one of the best DPS unit you have. The second one is the incendiary archers. As I mentioned before, they are the best to go versus blobs of units. They can also stop cavalry and chariots later on. The third one will be the Rattan Vipers. The Rattan Vipers are the best to counter what I've just mentioned. Basically, the Rattan Vipers is your answer to any ranged or pike unit you see. With just one volley, they will wipe out any other ranged unit. Even if that ranged unit is higher in elo, like for example Waring, you can literally wipe out Waring archers with one single volley. And the special unit I would recommend is absolutely the Zakali militia. So if you do not want or do not have the Zakali militia, the only unit that can switch them in functionality or role in the game would be the incendiary archers. Now for the melee. So for the melee I would recommend both the Rattans, so the Rattan pikemen and the Rattan swordmen, because their poison is actually really sick, that you will see in every single game in the CPL. People are using them, especially the Rattan pikemen. Since they have really long pikes, they can hit the opponent without even receiving damage. Also, one quick note here, their poison work as follows. When they hit the opponent like multiple times and the stack is filled, you will see like a green spot, like a pale green spot on the area beneath your enemy. This area is the most poisonous area, and if they stay in it, they will keep receiving poisonous damage till they are defeated. Just keep in mind, when I say I recommend something, I recommend it after leveling it up to the max level and getting the mastery and equipping some crucial doctrines on them. So if you do not know what I'm talking about, I would suggest you go and watch their video or just check for their doctrines and veterancy line online. So for example, the Rattan pikeman has something called the Rattan doctrine. If you do have this, it will really help your poison damage. It will boost it greatly. So last but not least, in the cavalry section, I would recommend the Cordeliers and the Iron Cap Scouts. However, just keep in mind that the Cordeliers have a two-phase charge, meaning that if you charge and just let them charge, they will charge like any other Lancer cavalry. But if you press V during their charge, like you charge first, then press V, as soon as they reach the enemy, they will spread out, scatter, and do an attack similar to that of Alexander. Really helpful if you're flanking a ranged unit and this ranged unit is trying to escape you. And I'm pretty sure you don't want me to explain the Iron Cap Scouts because we're very sick of it. So this was a very quick video about some meta units that are cheap and easy to use and very effective in the battlefield. Again, this video is meant to new player, so if you're a veteran and you just got bored watching this, my apologies for you.